Hi everyone, Greg here from Hardest Reset, and by all intents and purposes and all technicalities, welcome to episode 29 of the Homebrewers. So you're probably wondering why I'm here on screen and why the runtime is infinitely shorter. It's safe to assume that there's not actually any D&D that's going to be played. So what happened to episode 29 and what happened in episode 29? I'll answer that first one right now. So we were already going to have to cut some things from episode 29 for various reasons that I'm not going to get into details about. But there were still at least a bunch of story points that were going to be important for, obviously you need to know what's going on in the story to understand what episode 30 is going to be about and stuff like that. But especially with how big of a point in the story this was, there were some big story bits that we were at least going to keep those in. So we would have had like an hour to like a couple hour episode at the most. And then if you paid attention to episode 28 of the Homebrewers, we lost Brad's audio and video. Now, we were able to make it work with episode 28 because it was a lot more RP focused. It was a lot more focused on the players doing a bunch of stuff. Episode 29, at least the stuff that was going to be left in, was very hingent on Brad being heard. And when your DM's audio and video doesn't work anymore, I mean the audio more importantly, when you can't hear what your DM is trying to say, you're not going to actually be able to understand the important story bits. So we had to shelve episode 29. So in an effort to get the important story bits put together, I skimmed through what we did have available, what could be heard, also convened with Mira, who's sitting over here as I record this, and I've got my list of bullet points as to everything that you missed in episode 29, so that way you guys are able to watch episode 30. Another little side note, episode 30 doesn't have any issues. Episode 31's probably going to have some issues with Brad's audio yet again. We've been trying to troubleshoot some new technology and stuff like that, which is why it failed for episodes 28 and 29, because for those who don't know, we record 2 episodes at a time since we kind of are a little more infrequent when we actually meet, but we're able to record and play for a very long time, so split it up into different kinds of episodes. So that's why episode 28 and 29 are having all these issues. Episode 30 is good, but episode 31, we had some more tech issues, but at least that's a lot more salvageable because nothing technically needs to be cut from the episode, and at least the important story bits are also from the players as well. So without further ado, let's get into the summary of what happened in episode 29, which was called I Don't Want to Do This. So there was some confusion as to when the episode ended and when we started the episode back up. We literally did cold open just right into an encounter that was about to happen, but our party found themselves at the top of the castle that they were tasked to try to clear out, and were met with a sight that they did not want to see: the undead body of Sarah's father. Unfortunately, there was nothing that could be done except for having to unfortunately fight this individual. For those who don't remember, Sarah and her father let the party stay with them, and time-wise it would be a couple weeks beforehand. And for those who also don't remember, Sarah was one of the children that was taken by the traffickers that we freed amongst all of the other individuals and animals that were at that shelter. And she already did kind of confirm the grisly fate of what happened to her father. So to see her father's undead corpse standing there pleading, "Help me," and it's saying Sarah's name, but Brad confirming that none of us can do anything, we had to go to battle. It's this part of the episode where we get the name I Don't Want to Do This, because Amaryllis was the one that continually was saying throughout the battle that she did not want to do this, even though she knew what had to be done. Chrissy there to reaffirm, yes, unfortunately, there's nothing that can be done. We have to do this. After they felled Sarah's father, they vowed to come back for the body if they could, if time was permitting, if they were able to, so that way they can give him a proper burial. They went through the rest of the castle, leaving all but that one spot, the throne room, the place that was so vile to both of the clerics that they purposely avoided it until the last minute. And when they entered there, they were greeted by a very grisly sight. Strung up in the throne room, the long dead king with the left hand removed as an offering to Vecna. Also found in that room, a wizard by the name of Zog, prepping for the return of Vecna, trying to put forth his offering to bring this old evil god back. Obviously, the party does what they do best and confront him, and clearly that goes well because, oh boy, long-ass battle takes place afterwards. This was a long fight. This was a complicated fight. Brad threw in a fucking pit fiend at one point, or whatever fucking demon. There's so many things that he threw at us at this fucking fight. There was a point in time where Chrissy could have done something that would have TPK'd the rest of the party, which was fucking ridiculous, and we already talked to Brad about that one as well. But eventually, whether it was because of the wear and tear or because they wanted to get away in order to continue his offering to Vecna, Zog and the demon shoot out of the room trying to go to the hells. Chrissy, of course, doing what Chrissy does best, tries to grapple onto the demon, but fails, luckily. The party finding themselves tired, defeated, and just emotionally drained and exhausted, especially with the situation with Sarah's father, that is when the party left the castle. Now, in the epilogue of the episode, Brad mentioned that for the next couple weeks, our clerics spent some time going on ahead and clearing out the castle, during which that time the people of the city started to come to a little bit. And I don't remember if it was at the end of this or if it was in between sessions, but Brad did make it clear that it has been over a year since these people have last had cognizant thought and memories, and in fact, they do not remember us even being here in the first place. This is a very important key, especially for the beginning of episode 30. Also, a little side note at the end, during this 2-week period, the party did give a proper burial to Sarah's father. And luckily, after a couple sessions before that, Sarah is safe on her way to the Viholian Empire, being given the fucking world like she fucking deserves. And with that, that is everything that you missed in episode 29, the episode we had to scrap. Thank you guys so much. We promise you that we won't have these tech issues, so that way if there are things that do come up that do have to get cut, we still have like a full session of D&D that can be saved. We would have had like a full enough session with things cut out here and there if it wasn't for Brad's audio specifically getting lost. So thank you guys so much. I'm double checking to make sure that there wasn't anything else that I missed. Nope. Party also decided to stay in the city. I think that was like, that's to be assumed. So episode 30 will be opening up after that 2-week period for more fun shenanigans and Chrissy getting us into trouble. I'm fucking kidding, or am I? Who fucking knows at this point? All jokings aside, thank you guys so much. Episodes 30 and 31, even with the audio issues in 31, are fantastic episodes. They're there in the back burner, ready to go. We hope you guys enjoy those. We've got some fun stuff, some scary stuff, and some good stuff. So thank you guys so much for your patience. Sorry that we kind of had to do this episode like this, but take care of yourselves. We love you all. We'll see you guys very soon. In fact, we'll see you guys either this video is coming out first or the Final Fantasy XIV video is coming out first. Which one of those two comes out first comes out first. But after those, we do have a very special video, maybe related to Metroid, with Metroid Dread coming out. Kit and I may have something we're working on. Anyway, we love you guys. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you guys next time.